My name's Adam Hills. Welcome to Spicks and Specks, the music quiz show that veered off the highway to hell, realised the streets have no name and wound up on a road to nowhere. Our two team captains each and every week are the jitterbugging Alan Bro and the hand-jiving Miff Warhurst. Alan's first guest tonight is a world-class soprano who's been described as the Beyonce of opera. That may explain the title of her new show, Cosy Fan Booty. Please welcome Keisha Mache Kazar. Alan's second team member makes comedy gold as a member of Tripod and pumps out serious grooves with his jazz funk ensemble, The Universe. He says he may not be the best looking man in the universe, but he's certainly got those two fuglies in Tripod covered. Please welcome Scott Edgar. Miff's first guest tonight was a guitarist for legendary Aussie rock group Skyhooks, the nasty gong-banging judge on Red Faces, a radio host, and even an actor who once appeared on Neighbours. That's not bad. I give him an 8. Please welcome Red Symons. Miff's final guest tonight is a comedian, writer and actress with a gift for finding the funny side of motherhood. She firmly believes that anyone who says they sleep like a baby has never had one. Please welcome Denise Scott. Now, welcome everybody to the show. To Keisha, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I'm aware that you may not know of Red's work.
No, unfortunately.
This is going really well already.
I'm sorry.
What's also amazing is that there's probably a generation of people who know you from Red Faces, who may know you from radio or television, but aren't aware how influential you were and Skyhooks were in Australian music.
Not very at all.
Living in the 70s was one of the most important albums in Australian music.
Yeah, you're right, actually. We did all that in here too.
I know. I think we've actually got a clip of you and Skyhooks in this studio.
In this room,
yeah.
37 years ago.
Jeez, you kept yourself nice.
Who's a pretty boy?
Yeah.
He's got a dirty world. Don't you believe what you've seen or you've heard?
There it is.
I've spent much of my guitar playing career with the guitar not plugged in.
Well, that's the thing, because Countdown was mined at the time. Countdown was an amazing music show in the 70s and 80s. It was filmed in this studio.
Okay.
Adam, she really doesn't care.
I do. I promise I do.
Well, I'd like to take this opportunity, Red, as I tear up. I first saw you at the Croxton Park Hotel in Thornbury.
I never touched her.
I've got a bit of a Red tearing up story too, because I think this might be the first time we've ever appeared together on television since my first ever TV appearance.
Oh, not Red Faces.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah. Me and the Tripod boys were on the show. We were doing a sort of a mash-up of Oasis tunes all at the same time. We didn't get gonged, and I think that you might have given us a 6. So,
Wow. Oh, was that good for him?
That's good. No, Red was a 2-man.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a recurring theme in my life that people come up and say, I was on Red Faces in, 1983 or whatever. And they say, do you remember? And I always say, who could forget?
Miff and Alan are going to pick a topic. Everybody will be quizzed on that topic. Your choices tonight are frontmen, electro-pop, folk, and 70s R&B. Alan, you can pick the first topic tonight.
We're going to have 70s R&B, please.
Certainly. Miff?
Excellent. We are going to go frontmen.
We'll start with 70s R&B. Everyone on your buzzers. Let's play Spicks and Specks. First question for 1 point. Starting in 1971, which influential US music TV show, yes?
It'll be Soul Train.
It was indeed Soul Train. Were you not aware of Soul Train?
I was, but you didn't even finish the question. I mean,
Next question. Have a look at these two characters from the Super Soul musical The Wiz. For 2 points, name the artists who played them. This side.
Is that Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson is the Scarecrow, yes.
Ooh.
Mr. Carter.
can we answer now?
You guys
Yeah, I'm going to throw it to this
It is
side.
the legendary Lena Horne.
It is Lena Horne. Finally, for 3 points, have a listen to this. I need three things. The name of the song, the band, and the translation of that line you just heard. Oh, this side got it first.
I'll just voulez-vous coucher avec moi? I did year 8 French. Do you want to sleep with me? And that's what I used to say a lot.
Moving on. It was Lady Marmalade, isn't it? The song.
Lady Marmalade is the song, yes, and the band is...
Isn't it a girl singer rather than a band?
It is a band name that I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'm looking for one too, but just got blank pages here.
We got nothing.
I'm going to throw it over to this side.
LaBelle.
LaBelle was the
LaBelle.
artist. Patti LaBelle. And we did bring it up, but The Wiz was one of your favourite films.
Yeah, like ever. It's like a huge inspiration in my life.
And the first production you ever did at school?
The
or one of
first production I ever did, I was actually in elementary school. My teacher asked me, so what do you want to do? I was one of those kids that did everything. And so I ended up not only starring as Dorothy in The Wiz, I produced it, I directed it, I designed the costumes.
How old were you?
I was 13.
And
my
Takesha,
goodness.
did you have any friends at school?
The whole school, yeah. Yeah,
You
exactly.
could cast them in the school
Yeah,
production.
exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. We had a ball. It was amazing.
All right, let's move on to frontmen. Your first
All right.
question for 1 point. To whom was The Cure's Robert Smith referring when he reportedly said, quote, "If he says not to eat meat, I'm going to eat meat. That's how much I hate him."
Oh, would that be like
Morrissey
oh,
or something
I thought
like
it was
that.
the Pope.
Home allows you to eat meat. Not on Friday, that's it.
Oh, it'd be like Paul McCartney or Morrissey.
Paul McCartney would be a better target, yes.
Yeah. Let's go.
Paul McCartney,
I
I'm
reckon
going.
Morrissey.
I reckon Morrissey.
Morrissey.
Yes, it's Morrissey. Next question. Name two of the three legendary 70s Australian frontmen who had to stand in as co-hosts of Countdown. Yes.
I'm pretty sure Ignatius Jones had to stand in as a co-host on Countdown.
No.
Oh.
So I'll give you one more guess.
Daryl Braithwaite?
Yeah, I reckon that's the safe
Daryl
bet.
Braithwaite, correct.
Yeah.
The rest of the question was standing as co-host of Countdown after Molly became incapacitated.
John Paul Young.
John Paul Young was the person I was looking for. There you go, 1 point on each side. So further to what we were saying before about this amazing influential music show,
Okay.
on its 100th episode, the host got a little bit tired and emotional and couldn't complete the show.
So what happened?
He was drunk.
The thing I like, isn't there a bit where he just goes like this? And they cut away and then it's Daryl Braithwaite? And I just wonder whether Molly has always thought, when I drink a lot, I look like Daryl Braithwaite.
The days of this studio when you would turn up to do Countdown, what went on? What really went on?
I'm afraid I cannot ever disclose. What goes on the show stays on the show.
Also, what goes on the carpet stays on it.
Finally, you can't front a band without striking a pose. For 3 points, name these artists from their silhouetted stances. Yes.
The middle is David Lee Roth.
Yes.
That has to be
From
Bono.
Van Halen.
Is that Bono on the left?
It is Bono on the left.
And it's your man Liam Gallagher from Oasis
Oh,
on the
3
right.
points out of 3. At the end of that round, the scores are Miff Red Denise on 5 points, Alan Takesha Scott 7 points. Teams have to buzz in and identify the tunes being performed live in the studio. Tonight, your songs are being played by Australia's Queen of the Boogie Woogie Piano, Jan Preston. Song 1, please. Yes, just this side. Yes.
A boy or a girl.
Yep.
Get the music's pumping, it will give you all night. It's on the dance floor. You don't have to stop it. Come on, it's Vogue.
Vogue it is, yes, by Madonna. And next song, please, Jan.
Sorry, Jen.
Okay.
The songs I Want to Be Sedated.
By the Ramones.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. That was the song we were looking for.
Nice choice, Dan.
Next song, please.
Australian Crawl.
It is.
Reckless.
Crawl.
Reckless.
It's Reckless by Australian Crawl. Well spotted, Alan. Final song, please, Jan.
The theme from Star Wars.
That's it.
No, it's not.
It's a theme from
Indiana Jones?
It's the theme from Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Jan Preston. At the end of that round, the scores are Miss Red Denise on 5 points. Alan, Takesha and Scott have jumped in front, 11 points. Each team will be given 3 artists and 3 interesting quotes that they have made about themselves. You have to match the artist to their quote. Alan, Takesha, Scott, your stars are 70s punk, 80s rocker and 90s has-been Billy Idol, the Queen of the Supremes, Diana Ross, and the man who's described by his own Wikipedia page as an American rapper and home improvement television personality, Vanilla Ice. You have to match them to their statements about themselves, which are, quote, you can write a book on each of my thoughts. Quote, the biggest misconception people have about me is that I'm stupid. And quote, I want to be an artist who's appreciated. Maybe I should do something for cancer research or something.
That's good.
I think the stupid one is Vanilla Ice. Sorry, I didn't mean that, you know.
No, you're
you know
allowed
what
to
I
mean
meant.
that. That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's okay.
Quote, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so the
biggest
most
misconception about
Right,
me
is
that
that
I'm
he's
stupid.
stupid.
So Vanilla
Yeah.
Ice. Okay,
Yeah.
Diana Ross.
I think Diana Ross probably has a lot of thoughts, I think.
And often they're quite blank, so you can write, you know, a book on them. Sorry.
And so that leaves the other one, the cancer research, because I think that's a smart alecky remark, you know.
So Billy Idol.
Yeah, I think.
So Vanilla Ice is people think that I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Diana Ross has thoughts.
You think?
I think that's right. And then Billy Idol is wanting
the
to be
cancer
appreciated by
research.
cancer
Yeah,
research.
'cause I don't think he's appreciated.
Now,
at all.
I say this quite often because quite often it's true. When there are 3 things to put together with 3 other things
Yes.
and I'm involved,
Yes.
often what Adam will say now is, you got none of those things right. As an example,
Alan, you've got none of that.
there's only 9 potential
People think I'm
you can-
stupid. Who is that? That can't be Diana Ross.
Billy Idol said the biggest misconception people have about me is that I'm stupid.
Really?
Okay.
Diana Ross said, I want to be an artist who's appreciated. Maybe
Like
I should do something
cancer.
for cancer research or
Okay.
something. And Vanilla Ice said, you can write a book on each of my thoughts.
Really? Wow.
Miff, Red and Denise, your artists are rapper, producer and speech interrupter Kanye West, the thin white duke, musical chameleon David Bowie, and the new romantic who is a punk, a pirate and a prince, Adam Ant. Here are their quotes. Quote, "My persona is so confused it even confuses me." Quote, "I'm not mad." Quote, "My greatest pain in life is that I will never be able to see myself perform live."
We know who that is.
I love that last quote. That is brilliant. And
Yep.
it only fits one person in that, I think. It has to be Kanye.
Yes, I absolutely agree.
So that leaves the persona
I don't know if it's
question.
true or not.
I reckon that would be David Bowie because he would be the only one who would know that word, persona.
But I've got a feeling Adam Ant might be a little bit not quite right anyway.
So he'd be saying, I'm not mad.
Takesha, can I tell you something about this? Often when Myth does a thing where there are three things and three things to put them with, when she says the answers, Adam will say, Myth, that's exactly right, 3 out of 3.
Myth, that is exactly right. 3 points. At the end of that round, the scores are Myth, Red Denise on 8 points, Alan, Takesha, Scott, 11 points. One member of each team will be singing well-known songs using the words of an unrelated piece of text. Your teammates have to identify those songs. Takesha, you'll be singing for Alan and Scott, and you'll be taking your lyrics from Running a Bar for Dummies. Those are your songs, there's your book. Ladies and gentlemen, Takesha Michelle Kazar.
There's no magic formula for how a person can drink before he or she is intoxicated. Sure guidelines based on gender, height, and come on now, weight have been established, but they're just guidelines. Many things, such as food, medication, sleep, and so on. Come on.
I'm just too busy seeing God over here. I can't.
The sad
Okay.
thing is that that's what I think I sound like when I'm pissed.
Is it Lark Mate?
No, it is not.
It's from Madame Butterfly.
Yes, it is.
And is it called Un Bel Dì or something like that?
It's
Or-
Un Bel Divo Dremo from... Well done, Myth. All right, song 2, please.
Okay, song 2. Think of all the great times. You can snap along. People in bars. They meet for a girls' night out. And bachelor party.
Yep.
It's at last.
At Last by Etta James. Yeah, well done.
Takesha, I've got a quick question for you. 'Cause
Sure.
I did a bit of research on you before you came on the show, which is you're related to some pretty amazing singers, and this might be where your natural, incredible talent comes from. Who
My
are they?
great uncle, he's actually my grandfather's brother, is blues legend Muddy Waters. Whoa. Yeah, without him, we would have no popular music.
Yeah.
I truly believe
Yeah.
that. And also, through marriage on my grandmother's side, I'm related to Tina Turner.
Get out.
So, yeah.
And without her, we would have no Thunderdome.
Final song, please.
Okay. Yes, it's a sad fact of life. Some people will steal from you, not at all. Just a few dishonest judges
Takesha, I will always love you.
No, that's not it. No, I wasn't talking about that.
No, I wasn't. No, keep singing. It wasn't an answer. I just needed to get it.
So let me get this clear. You interrupted that for a wrong answer.
Keep going from where you were. It's not the right answer. Does the other side know?
Not yet.
Okay.
I can continue. I need
keep-
clapping
Yeah,
though.
we'll need you to sing for a good 15 or 20 minutes.
I can't do it unless you all clap. So here we go. Okay, there we go. Keep it there. People are only as honest as you left them be. It's your job to. Come on.
Yeah, we got it.
Keep them honest. That's what you need.
Yeah, go. Yes.
I'm every woman.
I'm every woman, Chaka Khan. Ladies and gentlemen, Takesha Kazan. That was beautiful.
Aw, thanks.
I would hate to be following that.
Don't worry, you're in good hands. He's a guitarist.
Red, you'll be singing for Miff and Denise, and you'll be taking your lyrics from How to Raise and Train a Cocker Spaniel. That's your
should
book.
help.
Those are your songs. Ladies and gentlemen, Red Symons.
You're probably wondering who is in my personal musical heritage. No one. Cocktails are a lot like some people. They will try to get away with as much as they possibly can. If you let your dog dirty your floor, then he will, if you let him. Know that you won't put up with this nonsense, then he will obey you.
Do you know what it is?
Is it the French, you know, the
The French what?
national anthem?
Yes, that's the song I was looking for. Also called La Marseillaise.
Thank you very much.
Next song, please, Red.
Your cocker should be fed 4 times a day, singing do-wah-dee.
Do what diddy-diddy-dum-diddy-do.
Correct!
Yes, it is by Man from Man.
Any chance of getting a bit of a tracking shot on that camera for this one?
Oh.
You ready?
I'm scared.
Cockers are a lot of fun. They love to run and play because of their small size.
The hills are alive.
It's The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music from the Sound of Music. Ladies and gentlemen, Red Symons. At the end of that round, the scores are Alan, Takesha, Scott on 13 points are a point in front of Miff, Red, Denise on 12 points. Please, hands on your buzzers. 1 point for a correct answer, 1 point off for a wrong answer. Your questions start now. In what country does the musical Brigadoon take place?
Scotland.
Scotland. Correct. What does Saul Hudson do for a living?
Is he Paul Simon?
No, he's Slash from Guns N' Roses. Which singer has the higher register, a tenor or a countertenor?
Countertenor.
Countertenor, correct. Lauren Hill was formerly a member of which? Yes.
Fugees.
Fugees.
I thought you said the Bee Gees. God, I missed that.
True or false? Russell Morris's hit single "The Real Thing" was written by Johnny Young.
True.
True.
True. And your final question: which great Australian musician once famously said, "Winning isn't everything, but losing is nothing"?
That'd be me.
And let's find out whether you've got everything or nothing. At the end of the show, the final scores were Alan, Takesha, Scott ended up with 13 points. Miff, Red, Denise won the day with 16 points. Would you please thank our guests for tonight, Takesha Michelle Kazart, Scott Edgar, Red Symons and Denise Scott. And of course, course, our two team captains, Alan Bro and Miff Warhurst. Close the show tonight, would you please welcome back Jan Preston with her Boogie Woogie piano performing Reckless by Australian Crawl. Thanks for watching Spicks and Specks. My name's Adam Hills. Good night, Australia.